Hello there, I'm Vine and I have for you a meme roleplay build, the fully automated luxury gay space communism. Let's start with a disclaimer because I have to explain the meme and the process of making this build. Context matters, and in this case matters a lot. Looking for a build inspiration, I remembered that there exists a picture of fully packed political compass, so I just picked the most ridiculously sounding ideology from it and give it a thought. As you probably suspect from the fact that this is an off-chart ideology, the fully automated luxury gay space communism is actually more of a joke than a serious thing. It mocks the ideology of fully automated luxury communism promoted by Aaron Bastani, pointing out its naive and wishful thinking, adding the word space because this economic system sometimes appears in science fiction. Word gay was added just for the vibes. So, the actual socioeconomic system here is the fully automated luxury communism, and upon researching it for the build, I came to the two conclusions. First, Mr. Bastani confuses communism with a welfare state, typical. Second, the whole system is in essence just a rogue pseudo-civic. Machines do everything for us so we can live in a post-scarcity economy. That's it. One civic is not enough for a Stellaris build. I needed something more. And I found this something in the simple fact that this is a naive idea that upon implementation would encounter some hard reality checks. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you an empire that tries to create fully automated luxury gay space communism and struggles with game mechanics to achieve it. The best thing about it is that we do not need the sickle civic for it. Segueing to mechanics. From ethics, we do not need anything in particular. Even the egalitarian ethics is optional here, but we cannot pick any degree of authoritarian ethics as we need access to democratic authority. The rest must just be compatible with the civic and origin we need. The mentioned must-have civic is pleasure seekers, for decadent lifestyle living standards and +5 amenities from servants. This is for luxury requirements. Optional civic here is eager explorers, for anyone who wanna play on hard mode. This civic neatly fits into the space vibe, but since the Stellaris itself fulfills our requirements about space, this is only a suggestion. The last thing to do is to somehow make this empire gay. Here we encounter the first major problem, as homosexuality does not exist in Stellaris. Or rather, game mechanics do not care if pops are gay or not. If mechanics for state-enforced homosexuality would exist in Stellaris, it would probably drastically decrease pop growth of the designated gay species for some arbitrary ruler and specialist pop resource output and decreased pop upkeep. Sadly, mechanics like this do not exist, so we just pick Necrophage origin and combine it with the most gay-looking portrait we have in the game, cybernetic humans. Now we at least have some state-enforced homosexual fashion. That's all from the Empire creation screen. Now let's jump into the game and look at the options there. From traditions, we need the harmony tree for -10% pop upkeep upon adoption, also for mind and body tradition that provides from +5 to 100 unity per converted pop. Beside this, we only need Cybernetics Ascension tree for cybernetization event chain. From perks, one vision for +10 unity gain as this build is very unity starved, and the flesh is weak perk for cybernetics tradition tree. Then, when we unlock robots, we need to edit them accordingly. Adaptive frames for performance optimization in any job that they will be undertaking, domestic protocols for +20 amenities from jobs and access to servant jobs, Luxorious for trade points and hide and vibe. Also, remember to keep AI policy always on servitude to increase automation level of the state and to reap maximal amenities bonus from servants. Only thing left is to fully automate the state and make it communist. Cybernetization event chain gives us this option with one special collectivist cybernetic authority, democratic Interlink. It completely automates the state, reducing empire size from pops and the cost of leaders, at the same time increasing worker output and stability. It also collectivizes the minds of all pops, removing their individuality and making them not affected by happiness. We even get a self-preservation override edict that lobotomizes the cyborgs even further, providing plus 20% resources from cybernetic pops in exchange for minus 10% pop growth speed. Yes, comrade, in fully automated luxury gay space communism, the state automates you. This is the wet dream of any dedicated communist and a must-have authority for this build. Convert to it as soon as possible. Now, time for evaluation. In multiplayer, it's only quirky roleplay build that has no designated way to rush Unity. Use on RP servers only, as it just fails in any competitive match. In single player, it's acceptable, actually plays like a standard Stellaris empire that does not have any advantages over AI. Not great, not terrible. As for the roleplay, it's a story tale about idealists struggling with reality only to create hell or paradise, depending on your choices and narrative interpretation. This build thrives on mechanical storytelling from cybernetization, AI rebellions, and ethics flexibility, perfect for actual narrative fun around post-scarcity ideas and prices we would have to pay for them. Anyway, what do you think about this build? Write your opinion in the comments and see you later!